Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gatia, where the populace are at the mercy of elemental chaos, unpredictable weather, and insert third random thing here that might make sense. Our story this evening continues to follow the adventures and mishaps of the group known as the Measure as they seek to continue to protect the village, their home, of Greystand. During session tonight, to those of you in chat, we will be interacting with you all the best of our ability, so as to not break the flow of the scenes, of the role play, of the words. We'll primarily be primarily responding through chat as opposed to verbally. We take a short break around 9:30 though, and when we are coming back in from said break, we'll have a few moments to check in and say hello. And of course, last but not least, while you're here, be excellent to each other. Very sorry for the delayed start this evening. I think technology just didn't want us to have nice things today.
Yeah.
Amber's audio wasn't working. My video wasn't working. This, that, and the other thing. I think sometimes you just need to get technology in a chokehold and make it do what you want it to do. Or something.
Yes. Oh my.
And thank you. Of course, I know you all can't see her right now, but she is with us. Thank you, Sora, for doing this again while you're not sitting sitting at the table this week. Thank you for helping us with our technological side. Let's see. Before I jump into a quick recap, does anybody have anything? Anyone? Nothing? Yes? Maybe? No?
If you're watching on YouTube,
yeah,
like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications, and feel free to comment because we answer.
Yeah. Oh, and also, speaking of comments and answering them and things like that, this Friday, we were supposed to do the Adventure Continues last week, but we didn't because we were pushing it to this Friday. Because Rot and Nutmeg are going to be joining us for a recap.
Woohoo!
So they could be there for the recap of the sessions they were in.
Yes, very excited.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. So, and that will be live as it always is. So that'll be at 8 p.m. Basically, because it's 3 episodes we're essentially supposed to be reviewing, I'm going to do a fast recap of the very first one, and then we'll just primarily focus on the 2 that our wonderful guests were a part of. So we can just all, dive in on that. I think that's it. I'm going to try not to take too long with last session's recap as I buzz through this to make up for lost time. Last time on Welcome to Greystand, at the start of our session, certain villagers began to awaken with a stranger in their bed. An individual much different from the one they fell asleep with. Verissa wakes up alongside a man dressed in all black with a plague doctor's mask who goes by the alias of the Doctor. And the fisherman known as Lennar wakes up alongside a tall Amazonian-like woman straddling him and demanding to know who he is and where she is.
Perfect description.
Perfect. Marissa and the Doctor set out to find the rest of the Measure in hopes to search for answers, while Zahn departs Lennar's home and receives aid from the ranger known as Ricky. Eventually, the 2 groups do find each other, and shortly after, Cassidy joins them, and discussion soon reveals that these newcomers are very far from home. As well, that the problems that they are having could possibly be solved or answered by the person known as Grandma Peggy. Before setting out to find Grandma Peggy, the group stops in at the Drunken Dragon to speak with the village elders, one of them being Umir, who, as you all know, is an elf. But for Zahn and the Doctor, being an elf is special because all the elves they know are dead. So this was a very interesting interaction. After leaving the Drunken Dragon, starting to prepare to head for Grandma Peggy's, Zahn's approached by the village gravekeeper Whisper, who gives her sage, yarrow, chamomile, and mugwort, telling her to light it in a brazier and call to the spirit that plagues her. Not long after this odd interaction occurs, a scream is heard towards the northern side of the village, and upon investigating, the group is confronted, or has found a group of red caps confronting villagers in the center of the village. After a fight between the group, dispatching the red caps, the furbolg has been named by the group as Russ enters, taking out the last red cap, looking to those of the measure which he recognizes, and saying, "You have attracted attention, I see." And we can come right back in at that moment as he's standing for you. He is very tall, as furbolgs often are. And he has a long braid of black hair that comes down off his back, or off his head and down his back, dressed in furs and hides, things of that nature. And dark brown fur down his arms. But he's standing here before the group of you. Do you still have your spirit up?
It lasts for an hour, actually.
Okay. All right.
Until I dismiss him or he dies.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I was wondering. I need a better spirit token.
I did throw out you last minute, to be fair.
It's okay. Oh, you know what? I've got... Here, let me get rid of him. I'll put this one in. This one's more spirity looking. Appear token. Appear. Oh, damn it. There it is. Hey.
There you go.
Spooky.
Looks like a Mickey Mouse ghost. You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
No, you're welcome for you.
Doc would make sure that the person he just healed is, fully healed and, capable to run before joining the rest of the group.
Yeah, she, upon healing her, she's able to get to her feet. Let me double check something real quick as you are healing this person. Where did they go? Here we go. So things were just very hectic with these red caps and everything, just it's heal the villagers, get them out of here. When you reach down and heal this woman, she goes to stand up, you notice that she is an elf.
Doc would say, in Elvish, his best ability, because he's only half proficient, so he's only hold the most basic of conversations. You're safe now.
She will nod and in Elvish just return and say thank you, and begins to retreat.
Doc tips his hat and goes and joins the group.
Okay. Not the first time that woman's been caught in the crosshairs, I just realized.
No.
I roll for villagers to see who gets stuck in these confrontations. That is not the first time she's been.
She's got to have PTSD or something by now.
Yeah, her sister Maggie is
daughter.
Maggie's her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is gonna be very upset with the fact that she wasn't there to help protect her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's your apprentice's sister, Amber.
Which one?
Ballista, the one that just went away.
Okay.
But yeah, so Russ is standing before the group of you, just kind of looking. He looks down at you, Rarissa. And he says, "Where are where are the others? I only recognize the two of you."
Well, we're actually kind of working on figuring out where Tim and Rena have gone. They were... there were situations, and Tim and Rena somehow switched places with these two. And she'd like point to Kazan and Doc.
Hi, I'm Levikazan.
The doctor.
He looks at both of you, and not so much you, Zahn, but when he looks at you, Doc, he just kind of like tilts his head a little bit. He's clearly looking at what you're wearing.
Oh yeah.
But he nods and just, acknowledges.
Ah!
What?
I said, ah,
Why?
because
Twitch
somebody's
chat.
gifting subs like it's their job here.
Oh God. Well, thank you, anonymous. Holy shit! Thank you, anonymous gifter. Good Lord. Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much. Good Lord. I have like no eyes on chat. That was startling.
Wife randomly says, ah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You're pregnant. It's scarier than normal.
The senses are on high alert.
What? What is it?
Well, thank you, anonymous, very, very much. That's very kind of you. Russ. Russ. Yes.
He's trying
Russ.
to get information.
What about the ranger?
He left us.
Yeah. He wasn't swapped.
He what?
He wasn't swapped.
He joined a group called the Gaddisy in a land about 1 year's walk.
That is a long journey.
They had means of travel to get there around simply walking.
And what of these things? And he pokes at the red cap with his sword.
I guess they're trouble, much like the what were those quick little things called?
Quicklings.
Okay, I was like, I know they're quick something. I was like, speeders. No.
Could be.
We seem to have attracted some winter court attention, most likely associated with the hag Grandma Peggy.
I'm not familiar entirely with this Grandma Peggy. I have heard creatures speak of the Winter Court, but not here. Further north.
Well, she's taken offense to us, gotten some of us cursed, and some other of us exchanged through realms. So we will be seeking more of her attention, unfortunately.
These two are definitely from somewhere not around here.
Yeah.
But that's putting it lightly.
Yeah, the clouds are in the sky here. Ours are below us. It's weird.
Mhm.
Your new friends are strange.
I get that a lot.
I see Marissa.
It's just if it's the mask, I can take it off.
He just shakes his head. I am passing through with others, and while passing your village, we saw these individuals and decided to look into it. We have only seen them a couple of times in the past, and they were never up to any good. It seems that their kind are consistent with this behavior.
That tracks in our realm as well. Red caps tend to be more vicious and bloodthirsty than most of the Fae.
Thank you for stopping and helping.
That
Certainly.
was very generous.
We decided that just one of us revealing ourselves wasn't very dangerous, and I am glad to help, seeing as how we were not able to aid when you asked previously with your tree problem. We spoke with another member of our tribe that you spoke with, but we were unable to arrive on time. But I do not see a imposing tree creature.
Well, we did take care of her, thankfully. She's no longer the current threat.
Mm.
The current threat is the one who cursed us. Well, not just that, but that's the one that we're going after, at least, is the one who cursed us
one
and
who
swapped
haunts
these
you.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as we like it here, I think we'd like to get home.
Well, good luck with dealing with a hag. My people and I stay away from the magic users who keep to themselves in the middle of the forest. There's something not right about them, typically.
Well, Russ, I appreciate your loyalty in coming out here to help stand by us. Maybe you could keep an ear open, see if we need aid in the coming times, because unfortunately, we learned the tree lady that we spoke of was the first of many large beings that are being used, awakened, or created to sow chaos in these lands. So it's up to the people of these lands to protect. So if you could remain somewhat available, we would be eternally grateful.
Unfortunately, my people and I, this group that I have with me, are headed south. There is another tribe of our people who are in much danger. They have been experiencing trouble with we're not sure what, but they are dying. So we are heading south, far south, another village like yours named Birnasnog. We are headed that way.
Well, that is one of the places that we plan to lend our aid, so perhaps we will see you there.
Perhaps. Well, good luck on your travels as well.
Thank you, Russ. You've been a most fair ally.
He gives you a nod of his head, and he sheaths his sword to swap for his longbow, and just kind of backs up a little bit, and then heads off and proceeds toward the tree line. Luna, are you good over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, you're good. Just making sure.
I tangled myself up. I'll be right back.
Okay.
After these messages.
So Russ departs. I can't tell you how it tickles me that you've given these furbolgs these basic names.
It's adorable. I love it.
They don't have names. Oh, his name's Russ. Oh, okay.
Well, it's really is hard to associate someone without a name.
As someone who likes playing furbolgs, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, furbolgs are awesome.
I've tried it before. It's kind of fun.
Furbolgs make some really great stealth fighters, actually, with their ability to shift shapes.
Yeah, yeah.
I was making a quick dive across my bed for my notebook.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I realized I had accidentally yeeted it earlier without a thought across my bed.
Yeah. We do the checklist for Brandon every day for that.
I was like, notes, this is important stuff. Crap.
But anyway, so he departs from this space. What are you guys? What are you doing? You're on the north end, so I'll just bring up the north map for meow.
So he said his people that he's currently traveling with are dying?
Not the people that he's traveling with, but there is a group, another tribe to the south that they are going to assist because they are dying for reasons they're not sure of. And they're heading towards a village called Birnasnog.
As a doctor, it's hard for me to say no to offering help. But I don't know how much time we have.
Well, it is a slight change of plan, but if we were looking for a doorway into Arcadia, we may find one while heading south. And then when we return, we would be closer to Birnasnog and lending aid to the furbolgs and the village there.
Well,
That's if you.
But that does change our plans of heading, was it east?
Yeah, you were going to head
Lilius?
towards Lilius, yeah. Because with Lilius, it was you will either stumble upon a doorway, and if you don't, you can at least get Lilius to open the doorway for you. It was like kind of win-win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, if we don't go south now, we will be helping in Birnasnog. I just hope that we're not too late if the furbolgs are already parted to face whatever the threat might be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think your wants should take precedent, honestly. Grandma Peggy will be there after we help. She's not going to go anywhere, so why don't we head south and help if we can help, and as well looking for these doorways. You know, there's no reason not to. I don't think. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's hard for me. As I said, as a doctor, it's hard for me to say no when I know people could use my help.
Yeah.
I do. I appreciate your willingness to help out our allies.
Well, if this is sickness, I probably could apply my expertise.
He is very smart in that aspect. Yes.
Well, it's good to know there are others out there who care about more than their own well-being.
Wouldn't be a doctor otherwise. Also,
Alright.
Could have like
do you refer
pinned
to medical
something up
professions
to-
as doctors, or do you have other words for them?
Just apothecaries, what we've been using, right?
Yeah, we're not precisely familiar with that term.
Think of someone who's good with herbs or healing magics, but they apply it in a more practical field instead of a magical field. So, like, I can bandage a wound, or if need be, perform a surgery and remove an infection.
I think you guys would just know that as whisper.
Yeah.
Whisper.
That's called a whisper in these parts.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like the individual we met.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I was
Jeez.
thinking like whisper, whisper, whisper.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Yep. Magic. Yep.
Yep. So
Makes so much sense to have someone who can help people in that manner without having access to magic.
It's good
It
to have
does.
both, but I think practical tends to be more affordable.
A lot of the healers where I come from don't use a lot of magic. There are some who do, but they're typically out and roaming with the hunting parties, so yeah.
Well, then I guess let's head south and well, see what we can do, and also search while we're about for a doorway.
Yes.
All right.
Can you describe what a doorway is, so we means on know what to look for?
It's kind of a you know it when you see it situation.
Okay.
Is
Is it Fey related?
yes,
So
Absolutely.
look for random archways. Got it.
or perhaps an opening in a tree
Mhm.
or some such circle of mushroom.
Okay.
Something that looks
Out of place.
out of place or possibly even intentional.
Okay. I think we can manage that.
Fun, isn't it? Rather vague.
That's the Fey for you.
Yeah.
I have to be vague, or else you're going to lose your name and identity.
we chaos.
Yeah, I suppose I would rather not have stumbled upon one of those gates as a child in the forest.
Oh.
Yeah, no. All right, well, if you all are going to head south.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall
Okay.
we stopped and talked to the leaders. Shall we let our families know we're heading out, or
You can if you want, and a quick succession.
can I just like underscore that
Yeah. Unless
off
there's
screen?
is there anything specific you would want to make sure is at least known by me that you say, or is it just, hey, we're going south to do this?
Yeah. Be aware that we're leaving, so in case we're gone for over a month again.
Don't panic.
Whoops.
Yeah. Anything specific with you, Rarissa, or pretty much the same thing?
I mean, she already told her mama she was gonna bring her sister back, so
Okay, but you would let her know you're leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Bye, Mom.
This way
Bye,
Mom
Mom.
doesn't... Yeah.
Zon
My
grabs
mom
a drink for the road with what little gold she's allowed.
Excellent.
My cousin money if you need it.
Heading south. Is the music stopping for you all?
Still playing for me.
Okay. I am swapping tracks, but it's good to know that it's working. It's stopping for me for some reason. But
Oh no.
as long as you all can hear it, that's what matters, honestly.
I hear it.
Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Well, so you all head down to the south end of the village and past the tree line. I'm just going to put us on our logo for now. This is a side of the forest I don't think any of you have stepped foot in ever. It's always been the upper northern portion of the village is where your travels have taken you. Not even going after Myrna took you this way, but it took you to the west. So you are now heading down into the southern reaches where the majority of the Irised Forest resides. Not as you've learned in your travels, the Bright Tree Forest to the right, and then oh man, I forgot the other forest to the west, James's forest. Stepping down into this, as you are used to, see a plethora of deciduous trees moving through here, lots of broadleaf trees. And it is hot. I mean, it's always hot, but it's summertime. You're in the thick of it now, and it feels almost amplified down here.
This
Yeah,
is our
Doc,
first summer season, technically.
Are you serious?
There's no seasons where we're from.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay. That's
So
something
Doc's probably burning up, and he's going to catch precipitation to cool off his clothes.
Okay.
Zon takes off her furs, tucks them in her bag. Does not like heat.
Yeah, I feel that. Anybody, but only one person. Give me a survival roll to see how the first half of the day starts.
I am
I have to roll something.
decent at it.
All right.
I mean, she can. Yes, no, yes.
Go for it.
Oh yeah, of
Go
course.
for it.
I'll
I
do
mean,
it.
Oh, God.
I have a +3, so.
Fuck it.
And as you are traveling, doing this role, you are going purely off instinct because there are no
Yes.
roads. You are going just south.
Yes. 17.
Good. That's
Very
not
nice.
bad.
Very nice.
So, starting, you maintain a positive bearing going in this direction. But it doesn't take long in your travel before you start to hear, oh, there it is, thunder in the distance.
Doc's
Now,
going
do
to look
you-
around and be like, so what is that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thunder.
Oh, boy.
Zon's
Wow.
axe is out.
Yeah.
Just like,
Are you not familiar with thunderstorms where you're from?
They
Amazing.
are rare. They only happen every so often on the Cloud Sea, and Dawkins have never experienced one. And
They've never been
Drakex
under
is
one.
only no, but being above one is just as dangerous. You're in the lightning area zone.
Oh, okay. Still in the danger zone.
Yeah.
So the thunder begins, and as soon as you hear it, maybe a moment later, it begins to rain. A heavy rain. I wish that my thunder noises were a little more emphasized. Yeah, I have like 2 tracks running. It's like, where's my thunder, damn it? But it is coming down heavy, and the thunder almost sounds angry,
Uh-oh.
very angry.
That's
Right.
that's a Gatia thunderstorm. Our storms can be pretty charged up.
We don't have Tim's hut or the barbarian dream house.
And what? And why is there liquid falling?
It comes from the clouds. What replenishes water to the
Well,
land.
I guess that does make sense. We harvest clouds for water,
Yeah.
so.
So-
I didn't know it fell from clouds, though.
It's just like a moment where Zahn is like looking up into the rain and just enjoying it. She's just found an element of nature that she hasn't experienced before, and she's just taking it in.
Wow.
As it like whips down.
All of it.
Well, while you are taking in nature's, whatever you want to call this,
Mm,
wrath,
Yes.
I need everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, here
No.
it comes. I need everybody to just roll me a straight d20, no modifiers.
Ah.
Oh, so you do these too. I do these at my tables. They're fun.
Oh no.
All right, Cassidy, what do you got?
15.
Okay, Rarissa, what do you got?
Get cracking.
Oh, wow, okay. What about
And
you,
I'm not
Doc?
touching that dice again for the rest of the night. It's done its job.
7.
Okay, and Zahn, what do you got for
3.
me?
Oh no, Crispy Potato
Man.
Crew.
So you all are moving through as the rain's coming down. Zahn, you take this moment and you're basking in this expression of nature,
Mhm.
and you just and it right overhead hits this branch over your head. This lightning just hits it. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. Would that incur danger sense? Advantage on effects that I can see?
Yeah.
Okay. I need another d20. Oh, that's not terrible. Math. 18.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. As you might not see the lightning right away, but you see as the branch just lights up and starts to come down towards you, and you're able to roll out of the way.
Dives out of the way.
Yeah. And
Doc looks curiously at where the lightning has struck, and just out loud goes, "So that's where Drak's abilities come from."
Well, shit.
Explains a lot, actually. Now that I think
It
about
does.
it.
It does.
That was an awesome dodge roll.
Thank you. Thank you. You know,
Show me how to do that.
absolutely. I mean, my brother taught me by swinging a giant sword at me, and I had to dodge out of the way. Otherwise, I'd just. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a very specific type of training. I don't know if I would enjoy
Yeah.
that.
I don't have to use a sword. I could use a branch.
A fiery branch?
I could use a fiery branch.
There's one
We'll
right
trade.
here.
We'll trade.
Not really, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, please don't take me seriously.
wow. Travel continues. Someone give me a survival roll, please. Someone new.
Me, dibs.
Okay. All right.
1 second. Thing. If I could find my. That would be a 11.
Okay.
I'm from this world and I've already missed. This is why we say we need a ranger.
Cassidy, on that note, could you roll a d6 for me, please?
2.
Okay. As your pace, your progression slows. Maybe the terrain is becoming a little difficult for you to traverse. Maybe the rain is just a lot as it just keeps coming. We are halfway through the day and the rain has not let up. I would like for as the storm rages and you just start to hear more lightning just building repetitively. I'd like everybody to give me a perception roll, please.
Peace.
Ooh. I might switch my physical dice. D&D, you're not being nice to me tonight.
All right.
My dice are taking away.
Cassidy, what do you got?
5.
Okay, Rarissa,
13.
13. Doc, that's an 11.
11.
All right, and Zahn.
I got a natural 20 for 24.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Someone's paying attention.
This is her element.
That lightning bolt woke you up.
Oh yeah, she's wide awake.
Cass, Rarissa, Doc, the lightning is not only is it very frequent, but it's very loud. Zahn, you notice this too, except it's getting a little too loud. And up ahead in the distance, you see a tree just fall over, and you notice the ground is actively starting to shift and crack. Tremors, little earthquakes are happening, and just chunks of earth are getting closer and closer to you guys, just jutting up out of the ground and creating these massive little earth shakes. I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw. Zahn, you could do it with advantage because you saw this coming.
Cool.
Great.
Although I feel like you would have gotten this already.
Yeah.
You good?
All right. Down the line again. Cassidy, dex save. What do you got?
5.
Okay. Rarissa?
15.
Okay. Doc?
16, which is really good for Doc, by the way.
Yes.
Wow. All right. And Zahn, what do you got?
14.
14.
Seems like I can't forge my way out of this.
All right.
Perspective,
All right,
I usually feel any dex-related check ever with Doc.
100%. It's terrible.
As the earth shakes violently, the terrain shifting, trees falling over, you even see... Well, hold on, we'll get to that. You all managed to keep your footing for the most part, moving from chunk of earth to chunk of earth as it's randomly shifting, some elevations raising higher than others. Cassidy, you do not manage to be so nimble as you fall back and get hit by one of these pieces of earth that shoots up out of the ground. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And you, who is my high roller?
Hey, Doc, apparently.
Yeah, Doc.
Okay.
I won, yeah.
Which is hilarious.
We literally went 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay. I know that wasn't a perception-based roll, Doc, but because you
I'm a high
were
passive.
so dexterous in this moment, you were more aware of things. You see in some of the locations where the earth is just like coming up, there are these medium and some small-sized earth elementals that are just pulling their way up out of the ground.
Doc's
and-
very familiar with this.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not, it doesn't seem like they are meaning harm as they are lifting themselves out. They're just kind of walking away and going to do whatever earth elementals do. But
Do they seem to be running from something?
no, they're moseying at best. Yeah. Were you gonna say something, Zon?
Yeah, initially because of their previous encounters with earth elementals, Zon is on the defense at this point. She has her sword out and she's just kind of looking at them as they're like wandering off, and then looks to Cassidy and Rarissa like they're not attacking us. Is that normal? Are these
Oh, the
normal?
ground is attacking me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
just
think that's more
happy that they
gravity
didn't-
in the ground.
I'm just happy they didn't fight us too.
Yeah.
We've dealt with these before. They're not terribly difficult, but
I mean,
in bigger numbers, they can be.
yeah. Zon will hold a hand out to Cassidy to help her up.
Think fire elementals tend aggressive default.
No, those we have not encountered. I don't think any. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of a portal to the mental plane of fire. Now that I think about it. I'll do some asking around when we get back then.
Yeah. But for now, we should probably continue on lest more elementals come up and want to fight us. So.
So with 2 survival rolls, you are getting close to the end of the day. The rain's letting up a little bit, but not too much. The thunder continues. You haven't had any more close call lightning strikes. But what's the plan as the overcast sky is beginning to grow dimmer? What is our
I suppose we should find some shelter, if not some partial shelter at least, for the evening.
True, like any natural overhangs or undersides of trees that look like they might provide a little bit of cover? Or a conveniently human-sized hollow log?
That's specific.
Well, that's the only human here. It fits me perfectly.
I'll just carry it around.
All right. Well,
With that
you're
kind
gonna
of
try-
dark armor.
if you're gonna try and look for some cover, that is gonna be a survival roll. Someone can do it. Either 2 people can roll for it, or 1 person can roll with advantage. Doesn't matter.
Well, it was...
I'll take at least one of the rolls.
I'll try for one.
Yeah,
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's go back to this one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What do we got, Rarissa?
18.
18. What do you got, Doc?
13.
Nice. Okay. Well, between the 2 of you, it doesn't take horribly long to find. Amidst all of these fallen trees, that you do find one that is particularly large. Not a tree that you, Rarissa and Cassidy, not a tree you typically see north of the village. You've been traveling for about a day, almost a day now, and this tree is quite big, big enough that in its fallen over state, and I will say that this tree's been fallen over for a while. This isn't one of the ones from the earth shifting. It's big enough that the bottom of this tree is hollowed out a little bit, and you're able to find shelter within it. It's the interior bark that you could see from the underside has a red coloration to it. You can tell it's been here for a while because there's moss and stuff that has started to grow in an odd pattern. Kind of like if it were upright, the moss would look like it was growing sideways. And you could see, while no animal lives in this tree, it has been home to probably a number of monstrosities or beasts, as there's perhaps like a little dead animal carcass or something, or there's claw marks on the underside of this tree. But yeah, you have found shelter.
Wow, this is amazing.
And do all 4 of us seem to fit in that area? Perfect.
I will say yes.
As
Okay.
everyone gets in, Doc will start casting precipitation to dry everyone off.
Much needed.
Thank you.
Press the digitation. Don't leave home without it.
A wizard's best friend.
Very true.
So y'all are gonna start making camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zahn will go out and find some bark and logs and whatever she can to make a small fire.
Okay.
And if they're wet, Doc will dry them off with precipitation.
Perfect. I mean, hey, you know how to
Perfect.
use your spells. It's
Yep.
Mhm.
Gotta use it.
So you two are working on setting up a fire of sorts. Cassidy, are you doing anything in particular? Oh,
I'm just checking my food supplies. I don't think I have anything to.
you don't think you have anything to what?
I don't think I have any food supplies to offer everyone this time around.
It's okay.
Let me check.
Because you'll notice in Zahn's pack, kind of peeking out of the sides, there are many food rations
Yeah, Doc
that she
a
has
couple on him,
overstocked
though.
herself with.
Yeah, Doc has a
Well,
few
there
as
you go.
well.
She
What-
has 40 rations.
Oh my.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah,
We were expecting to go on a long trip at some point, and
it got postponed, kinda, and kind of be bought in bulk because being on a ship for
Yeah.
a long time,
cheap price.
And what's Rarissa doing? Anything in particular?
Well, she would offer to take the first watch shift first off, at least.
Okay.
Okay. I guess
And
before
she was
ahead.
kind of looking for supplies to see if she could, and also to see if there was a river nearby in case she had to go fishing. But since she doesn't, taking notes from her sister.
Okay.
Doc
I
will keep his
just-
mask on the entire evening because it's a goggles at night or the lenses for the mask,
Mhm.
so I can see it in the dark. But he is going to be casting Detect Magic Ritually
Okay.
because he has some curiosities he wants to see about this world while they have the time.
All right. I will address that in a moment. Is there anybody else that's going to join Rarissa for first watch?
I will, because we know Cassidy doesn't do second watch.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
This is
Good
true.
luck waking
This is
Cassidy for
true.
second watch. So, Doc, for my own poor memory, could you? Oh wait, you know what? You don't have. I don't know if you have that to post in chat. I will look at it. It's Detect Magic, right?
Yeah, I can post it in chat.
Oh, you can. Okay. I didn't know if you had it on your sheet or not.
It's not on my sheet, but D&D Beyond has an option to send it via VTT.
That's amazing. Okay. So within 30 feet of you guys. That's kind of what I was going for, how far out it goes. Well, you take your... How long is it when it's...
It's about 11
10
minutes.
minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
because ritual casting, about 11 minutes-ish.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. You sit down, you perform this ritual spell, and you get this... Just this visible aura within you can detect magic. And the main type of magic, and okay, so basics, it's evocation magic that you're detecting,
Okay.
but it's like there are like subclasses. It's weird. There's because evocation magic has a lot of that's where your fireball comes from, or your lightning
Where a
bolt,
lot of
etc.
elemental magics come from.
Right. So you are seeing a lot of evocation magic around you, but it's almost as if in certain spots it has different properties. Like you might actually be able to see that this aura has a red tint to it. Like perhaps that is more of a fire-based evocation magic, or maybe over here. Right now, you're seeing a lot of green, and on top of that, red. But
Okay.
the red that you see is sporadic.
Doc is writing all this down in his journal.
So, but yeah, it's there's no major focus of anything. It's all pretty as even as magic can be. You know.
It's about what he expected after he's done a few castings so far. Given how it feels, this just makes a lot of sense. But just to visually see it is something different.
Mm.
It's very different than what he's used to. He's used to seeing a lot of abjuration and necromancy.
All right, gotcha.
That's what he deals with the most.
None of that out here.
Well, unless I guessed it.
All right. Well, as the first watch of the night begins, Orissa and Cass, are you talking about anything?
These people are weird.
Hey, we're the ones on watch. You're supposed to be sleeping.
Zod hears everything.
Just probably feeling a little overwhelmed. I think Arissa would be too.
Well.
Her sibling is a direct part of this person swap problem. Cassidy would just take a big, slow, deep breath and... How are you? You okay?
I'll be all right. She'd probably have I can imagine her having a little twig and one of her daggers and just chipping little bits out of the out of the twig.
Mm-hmm.
Just giving herself something to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
How do you feel
Weird.
about our choices so far? Where we're traveling and what we're doing? Do you think we're doing the right thing?
I don't know if it'll get them to where they need to be or bring Lena and Tim back to us, but helping people. Try to help people.
Yeah.
When I think about it, I think that I don't think Tim or Renner would make a difference.
You don't think Tim or Renna would what?
Make a different decision.
I don't know the answer to not starting point with how to understand something, but I'm definitely out of depth. Just people literally
Yeah.
It's hard to be patient.
No,
So I can't imagine what you're going through.
I miss them both.
Well, hopefully we make some progress. Any of the above situation tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean,
Getting people home. Seems to be the ongoing theme.
seems to be what?
The ongoing theme. Trying to to get Tim and Rena home, trying to get Doc and Zahn home, trying to protect people in the village south of us.
Not sure if we can make it all happen same time. Probably not.
Yeah, we we kind of put a lot on our own shoulders, I guess.
Like we kind of tend to stumble into these situations where everything just slowly piles.
Yeah, well, let's chip away at it tomorrow then.
Hold up the twig. Yeah.
I think you got it. You might want to get a new one before you start chipping your fingernails there.
Can both of you give me a perception roll, please?
A tiny one.
All right, Cass, what do you got?
I just, I don't have a dice jail. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I have one, but
Just toss it. Just toss it in the room.
Yeah.
a 6, you said?
Yes.
All right, Marissa, what about you? What did you get?
19.
19. All right. Well, one of you is alert. Cass, for you,
Not stabbing myself. Maybe I accidentally did a few times, and that's got me weak.
Yeah.
who needs caffeine when you can just stab yourself?
Pain.
Cass, it's a normal night for you. Nothing stands out. It's just a miserably rainy and somewhat noisy night. Marissa, as for you, while you don't detect any danger, you do see something that I believe you have seen before, or somebody of the measure has, sleeping or camping out beneath a thunderstorm, looking up and watching the lightning dance across the clouds. While it's normal to occasionally see bolts of lightning appear to crawl across the clouds, I think it's called spider lightning. For you, looking up, it's thank you. It seems to have a mind of its own, like perhaps those are elementals up there playing across the clouds. It's alien a little bit, but also in a weird way expected of this world. As your watch ends, are you going to wake up the others for them to do second watch?
I know we didn't discuss it, but I was going to try to wake one or both of them.
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
Depends on who you try to wake up.
Well, I'll start with Doc.
I imagine he would be rather easy to wake up. This is a new environment for him. He's tensed, and the thunder. He doesn't know how to sleep during thunder, so
Makes a lot of sense.
He's alert.
Sorry for interrupting your rest. Do you mind taking watch, Rissa and I?
Of course not. And he slowly sits up, getting his arm around from Zahn, careful not to wake her. Sure, I can take a watch. And he sits up and goes over to the fire. He keeps it stoked, make sure it doesn't go out, but doesn't keep it burning too bright.
Okay. So you're gonna take watch by yourself then, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Marissa, Cassidy, you both go to sleep. Is there anything that Doc is going to be doing during the second watch?
For him personally, it is going to be mostly watching. He's got his mask on the entire time, or else he can't see, obviously. But I'm going to be ritual casting Identify on my dagger as I go over some pieces of papers from my bag.
Okay.
This is because I'm just got. There's things about this dagger he has not learned yet, and he is still figuring it out.
Okay. I don't know if I have information about your dagger.
You don't have to. I already have Brandon.
Okay.
I told Brandon when I come back, he has to help. I need a whole
Okay.
document about this.
All right.
So I'm just getting the lead work out of the way for it now, effectively in RP.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So while you're doing this, go ahead and give me a perception roll, please.
Yep. I don't know which one I like better, my physical or virtual dice. They both treat me the same at this point. I'll give virtual one more shot.
All right.
It didn't let me down. 23.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
All right. And on top of that, can you also give me an Arcana roll, please?
Oh, without a doubt.
Mhm. Wow.
20. That's a 20 total. Because
Wow.
the D4 does not count.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, still, that's great.
Mhm.
While you're sitting here doing this with your dagger and simultaneously keeping an eye out, you get this kind of like a pulse on your radar. It's like just off to the side, and it draws your attention, and you look over towards it, and you notice that you're looking over at Rarissa. And her stuff is laying nearby. And out of one of the bags, you see this little. Hold on, let me make sure I say this right. You see this little wisp float out from her bag. It's this white wisp. And it's hovering there. And as you're watching it, while it's just a wisp, it's a mote of light that it looks like it's looking for something, or maybe it's looking for someone. And after a moment, it stops, and it floats over to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets close, and it takes a moment. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 19.
Okay, good. You feel this shock, just kind of like this little psst kind of feeling, and it doesn't hurt. It just kind of startles you for a second,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you have this very fast vision. You are in a city. The city is crumpling. There are people screaming. There's light coming down from above. There are flashes of people running through the streets. You see a young girl in a dress, long blonde, brown hair, and then it kind of just, there's flashes of her for a second, and then it brings you back. And you hear, excuse me. Do you know where Mr. Tim is?
No, sweetie. Him and I have spot places temporarily. He will be back soon. Was it your past you showed me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, that I can't control it sometimes. When I get close and try to talk to people, it happens.
It's okay. How old were you? How old are you?
7.
Not much younger than my own daughter.
Oh, Mr. Tim's been helping us, me and the other children, move on.
This
I
is
have.
Is he doing a good job at it, I assume?
Yeah. We've all kind of become displaced. I was looking for him because Steffi's ready, and I was gonna bring her to him.
Well, maybe I can help. I have quite a bit of experience with this.
Okay. Well, my name's Gloria. Just
I'm Mr.
and-
Rose.
oh, it's nice to meet you. I'll go get Steffi. We asked Mr. Tim to do something for each of us.
Okay.
And
I'll do what I can.
okay. And that's it. As long as we're able to do the last thing we ask, then that's usually enough. I'll go get Steffi. And she lazily floats away, and you just see her go into Arissa's bag. And it takes a minute, but another wisp pops out, and this one's different. It's kind of got like a black tint to it.
Is it a familiar black tint to Doc?
It's just a dark coloration. It's nothing. It's like a like a black color with a haze over it, which could be best, this glow that's giving it that haze.
Does it seem to be not part of it? It's something like attached to it or affecting it?
It's almost like it's with that high of an Arcana roll. I would say that you could determine that this coloration has something to do with perhaps either their personality or their mood.
Okay.
One or the other. But also hearing Gatia, who knows? It could be something different. But she floats over to you and kind of lowers down on the ground next to you wherever you're sitting. And of course it's a wisp, so knowing where they're looking is hard to tell, but it shifts around a little bit. And she says, hi, I'm Steffi. Gloria said you'd help me.
Hi, Steffi. I'm Mr. Rose. And yes, I can help you.
I really don't need a lot. I just do you know about wisps like what we are now?
I know a fair bit, yes. You're lost souls of those who have passed on but can't quite fully pass.
Yeah, we all came from Thrix. Thrix got destroyed a long time ago. No, I don't think anybody lived. But we were the kids that were stuck back behind. And she sounds like she's a little bit older than Gloria. She's probably around 10, something like that.
Well, a couple years younger than my own daughter.
And she says, wisps, we can only really come out at night. But I want to see the sunrise. That's what I need. And I'm too scared to do it alone.
Well, you can sit with me until it comes up.
Thank you. And it takes her a little while. But she eventually does talk a bit. She talks about Thrix, which is probably a city similar to the kinds of big cities you've seen where you are from. A place of a higher magical advancement, places that are self-sufficient, that can protect themselves from greater dangers, perhaps. She talks about it a lot, but she basically just talks about the city. She doesn't really talk about herself too much.
Doc would talk about his daughter, actually.
Okay.
I have a daughter, well, around your age. She's 12, and her name's Emily.
Oh, that's a nice name.
I know, like, that rock fucked up or bad. Emily's my wife, hold on, ex-wife. Zoe is her name.
Oh, I like that. I know an Emily, or I knew an Emily. She moved on already. She asked Mr. Tim to sing to her.
I bet it was lovely.
As you're talking to her about your daughter, and she's discussing with you, the sky is starting to lighten up a bit, and she says, "I didn't really have a lot in Thrix, as nice of a place as it was. My family was pretty poor, but
You don't need money to be happy.
yeah,
But your family's waiting on you.
yeah, I'm 10. I feel like I'm 10, but I've been floating around like this for a long time before we met Mr. Tim, and what you just said, it's true, and I think I've learned that, and maybe that's part of why I'm okay with this now. We didn't have a lot of money, but one of the things that I remember was when Daddy would go out into the market to look for work, Mama would take me up onto the rooftops in the early morning and we'd watch the sunrise, and I just really hope that when that sun comes up, she's the next person I see.
Doc smiles, and he will remove his mask as the sun starts coming up, and I'm sure she will be. My own wife and daughter wait for me when I cross.
Well, thank you, Mr. Rose.
Or Stephanie.
And just moments after, as the sun just peaks over the horizon and starts to shine through the trees, you see as this little black wisp starts to just gently fade away.
As she starts fading away, some tears start coming out of Doc's face, remembering his own wife and daughter's passing.
Well, as Doc helps Steffi move into what they call in Gatia the cycle, we're going to take a quick break. Sora! Are you there, friend?
Are you still there?
I see her. She's there. Hi. All right, we're going to go on break. We'll be right back, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, it's okay. We'll wait for. Hello, we're back. Well, some of us are back. We're still reassembling, but we're here. Thank you, Sora.
Good time with lightning.
Yeah, good time with the lightning. Oh, and now there she. Oh, she's waving. Is something going on? She keeps freezing, so I don't know if she's trying to signal us for something. Oh, okay.
Say
She's
bye.
waving. Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
What is this hand signal you keep using?
Why are they shaking their hand at us? I hope everybody in chat's having a good night. By the way, hello everyone. Colby. I just realized that he posted, and I see a diff. I see us here at the table. I see Mav. Lots of people. And I saw Nyx earlier. And there's probably been more people. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It looks like we had a bot somewhere in there.
Oh gosh. We had a
Hey,
couple
there
bots.
they are. Hello, Nyx. Luna. I see what you said there. Dagnabbit. Well,
Well,
we're
look,
gonna-
I have an eggplant colored teeny dice.
It's so
An
tiny.
Literally pinch it between my fingernails.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I love it. My cute thing are D20 earrings.
We have those too.
Yes. It's like we're nerds or something.
I don't have those.
You should get some. Join
Somebody
us.
Revoke my nerd card.
I think you need to get your ears pierced again.
No, mine were pierced when I was an infant, so they never heal over.
Oh.
Well, it depends on the person because they can heal over,
Oh, well, mine haven't.
clog up.
Mine did. And then I got them. Yeah. Anywho, we're on stream.
Yeah,
That's okay. the
We
first
always-
few minutes after coming back from break
yeah,
with bullshit.
it's chat.
Yeah.
And this is important. If you want to get D20 earrings, you've got to know these things.
Exactly.
Knowledgeable.
Yeah. It's pretty key. All right, so we'll jump back into it. Doc, you just watched the wisp of Steffi disappear as the sun rises, and you're looking down in this spot where she disappeared from your hand nearby. You see a little white dot just right onto the top of your hand.
He'll pick it up.
It's cold. It melts right away. And then another one onto your hand. You see them onto the ground around you.
He's gonna look up.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he knows what it is, but it's snowing.
He does not know.
Snow is starting to come down.
Snow is new. Cold damage, not new, but snow is definitely new.
I don't know how early of a riser the rest of you are. Well, I know how early of a riser Cassidy is. But you have the cover of the bottom of this tree that you're under. But the snow is coming and the temperature is dropping.
When Doc notices the temperature's dropping, he's gonna go and get Zon's furs out of her bag and place it around her.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
so cute.
Oh, I mean, that probably wakes her up, to be honest. But she's usually an early riser anyway, so she kind of like starts, realizes where they are, who it is, what he's doing.
Mask off.
Just smiles.
A little bit tears on his face, but yeah.
She'll reach up and wipe one away. You okay?
Yeah, I don't know how Tim does that.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're both very strong people, and whatever you did it.
Help the little girl move on.
You did good.
Well, Tim's starting to drop. It looks at the others and makes sure that they're not going to get cold. If they
Go
if
ahead.
they look like they're getting cold, he doesn't know their gear, so he's not going to rifle through anything. So he's just going to cast precipitation on them to warm them up.
Oh,
As soon as Zahn sees the snow, she's like very confused. She looks
Doc.
back to Doc, looks over to it.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Does it hurt? Sticks her hand out without an answer.
It's cold.
It's. She's going to go out and look up and then frolic in the snow.
wonderful.
She's never seen it, but she is happy.
Wonderful.
She's like a puppy.
She is.
A
And we
very
love her
tall
for it.
puppy.
Very tall. She's the Great Dane of puppies.
Ah,
Yep.
ah.
Yeah.
Marissa and Cassidy, when you wake, perhaps you catch sight of this.
It was feel warm, for sure. Because, like I said, Doc cast presentation on both of you. You're gonna have up to 3 instances going at a time.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Are you guys gonna wake up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We'll wake up, get rolling.
It's been a while since you've seen snow. It's been about a month. Maybe a little longer than that. Month and a half, 2 months.
Is the snow starting to build on the ground or is it melting?
As of right now, it's starting to build. I feel like both of you are immediately reminded of the spores and your hunt for Braylon. And maybe even the little nasty lizard things.
I don't remember that part.
Okay, well, maybe your memory will be refreshed.
Oh, yes, the way Colby just spelled it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
spores. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because I was thinking of like the
Mushroom
pollen.
spores, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did the pollen do? Did it build up like snow?
Like snow? No.
Doc will be familiar with that, to be fair.
Bories.
Well, you have risen. What are you doing?
Wow. It sure got cold overnight,
Yeah, it's,
but I'm awfully warm.
that would be my doing. What is this?
This is what happens to rain when it's cold.
And rain is what we experienced yesterday, correct?
Yes.
Interesting. It's similar to the ice spells, but a little softer.
If you can manage to catch one on a glove or on your arm, or even look at one on a branch and look at it very closely, you might see some interesting shape.
Doc already tried on his gloves because he has living gloves on. So when you say try on your hand, he'll take off his left glove.
Did I say hand?
Yeah. You did. And he takes off his left glove. You see that's it looks like he's pulling skin at first, and then you see the color change of it into a glove.
God.
Yeah, that's living gloves for you.
Yummy.
But then you notice on his left hand is a mark of a rose.
On his palm or on the top of his hand?
Off of his hand. It's a
Gotcha.
birthmark.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And he wishes to say that to let the snow land on it, and see if it stays longer than on his glove, and try to take a closer look at it.
Just as you would expect to see with a snowflake. For the quick moment you have while it's on your hand, all the little unique details of the tiny snowflake. Pretty and cold.
Yeah. Huh. Curious. Well, he puts his glove back on. Well, I guess we should be heading off. Don't need to waste too much daylight. And he'll actually pull out his journal and pull out a emerald pen from his bag and begin writing something. And then tears the page out and goes over to Marissa. Here, give this to Tim when he comes back.
She would take it and nod and just like put it in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a note just saying what happened last night, as well as some Doc's own findings that seem to differ about his world compared to mine.
Love that.
I think Tim would like it. And just so you're aware, I wrote it down with a special item called an emerald pen. It is a magic item that whenever I write, I can use illusory scripts with it. And only Tim can understand the message.
Oh. Okay. Very cool.
Fancy.
As you all are getting ready to set off on this day, yesterday was very eventful, very distracting. Lots of new weird things occurring. It was raining. You fought red caps. You dealt with crazy lightning. A very eventful day from start to finish. Zahn, as you are getting ready, you are noticing on your arm something is coiling around it.
Ruh-roh.
And it's up to about maybe your elbow at this point. It is, and you look at it and you put your hand on it like to rub it away, but it's not.
100%.
It's not on you. It's like a mark. It's just this line that's coiling up your arm.
She continues to try and wipe it off, grabs like a rug to try and like scrub it off. Doc, I'm trying not to panic.
Hearing that, he'll come over and see what's going on.
What's happening? These are not my tattoos.
He will examine them. What do I need to roll?
Hold on one second. I don't know. How are you looking at this? Like, from what angle?
Okay, what colors are the wrappings?
It's just black. It's like a black line.
Then he's immediately going medical. Given
Okay.
what we've been dealing with.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll medicine for me then.
12.
It almost looks like examining it. It doesn't look like it is doing anything other than making a mark. There's nothing that that's really evident. It looks like a tattoo almost.
Seeing that it's not nothing medical, it's not a disease, he will pull out his pearl and ritual cast Identify on it.
Okay. Second. Looking at this. Sorry, I have to make sure I'm saying the right thing here. No advertisements. Go away. It's so you cast your detect magic, and
Identify, not.
or identify. Sorry,
Mhm.
identify is different. Uh, so, it's odd to detect or identify exactly what this is. I mean, it. It's hard to read. But you can definitely tell that it is. It's got the tracings of like conjuration on it. What exactly it is hard to tell. But
Does it seem to be just more of like a magic thing happening, or is it like a
yeah,
creature thing? Okay, magic.
no, this is like a magic thing happening for sure.
Okay.
Is
He'll
is
kind
my
of
curse progressing? This is
uh,
new.
he'll look to Marissa and Cassidy. Have you two seen this before?
Sorry, I have no idea.
Have anybody in your village ever had anything like this happen?
I look at. I don't think so.
That I recall.
It's living here is a big game of chance for weather, elemental activity, but I don't know how that relates to what's happening here.
Doc will look at his own arm.
Okay. Yeah, because your clothes, like, you're pretty much completely covered, right?
Yeah.
When you dress, yeah. You also seem to have this coil going up your arm.
Oh,
And he holds it out.
It's very
And
similar.
Okay.
well, the only thing I can think of is if it's not normal here, might be related to us not being from here.
Mhm.
It's got conjuration, which is summoning of creatures through different planes of reality. So maybe something is going to pull us, maybe?
Okay. So it's progressing. When does it stop?
I
Guess
couldn't
we
tell
don't-
you.
Yes, we don't know. Is it going to cover all of us? Is it just going to be our arm or forearm?
We should keep an eye on it, to be sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You should bundle up. I'm fine like this. So, we'll just watch mine. But maybe it's a countdown? So is it like being removed or added? Sorry.
As of right now, it's hard to tell.
Okay. Because,
It
yeah,
hasn't
this is the first
settled.
time we've seen it. We don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be causing harm. It's not hindering either of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for now, we just move on. And I said, keep an eye on it.
Okay. Zahn is going to be Zahn. She's going to take out a hand axe and mark where the line is in her skin,
Okay.
kind of being like, okay, this is where we saw it. Let's see where it goes. She's not afraid of blood. It's probably not the first time she's done this.
I like that. I like that. All right.
Brutal.
Doc
Totally.
actually, because Doc has to do this every morning. He didn't do it yesterday, and he's kind of worried about it. So he's gonna take his dagger, and he unsheaps it, and it's a solid black dagger.
Hmm.
It does a similar thing to his,
Okay.
and it realizes the thing that's supposed to happen didn't happen.
What's that?
It's supposed to drink my blood.
Oh,
and,
yes.
And me and Brendan discussed it is currently inert while I'm here.
Yeah.
For your safety.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to be the reason a zombie plague breaks out for you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Left you guys a present. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Here's a bit of notes. I'm sorry, they only curse my blood. Bye.
Going home now.
Peace.
Well, as you have marked your markings and have begun to suit up for the continued travel ahead, I am required to ask for a survival roll from somebody.
Well, I'll take the lead this morning.
All right.
I also forgot to mention, so she is a totem barbarian.
Yes.
And she took the elk aspect, so their travel pace is
Ooh.
doubled.
Ooh.
Understood.
I'll take that into account.
Oh, yeah. Understood.
It really hasn't been
Um,
for us, honestly, until now.
It really hasn't.
That's unfortunate.
The forest is a big place. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
We travel by boat, not by walking.
Mhm, mhm.
Getting them steps in today.
Oh, yeah. She walked fast.
Like
That would be 18.
Excellent. That's
Yeah.
a damn good roll. You know, guys, for someone who's not from this place, she sure does know her way
Yeah.
through the woods.
She
Mhm.
knows how to navigate.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Never seen a forest, never been to this world, and she's already better at
No,
navigating.
sure, we do have forest. We do have
I mean,
forest.
this forest,
but
though.
This type of forest for sure now.
Just like, that's a sun. I know what that is. I'll go that way.
You know
There
where
you
that
go.
direction is.
Yeah. I assume every direction is the same here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most
Say
part. I actually
sunrises.
don't think I've ever decided where the sun rises, but yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense.
New note, next world. Flip the sunrise.
Yeah. You're going backwards the whole time. Sorry,
But
guys.
5 suns.
Which one do you follow? All right. Well, your travel starts off quite well, despite the snow, which you are not used to. But it snows for at least a quarter of the day, and you are left with a good layer of snow as you continue on. Mushing on through, I would like everybody to give me a perception roll, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Still entrusting the digital, I see. Oh.
It's going back and forth, and I don't know, you know.
All right. Cass, what do you got for me?
Sorry, I was reading chat. Go to the next.
Okay. Riri.
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Excellent. Okay. Doc, what do you got?
9. Got a 9.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Habit. Zan.
That would be a natural 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? You're
For
not used
5.
to the snow. You're experiencing some light snow blindness right now.
As a Canadian, I understand that.
Oh.
Yes.
Amber is also of a Canadian designation.
Hello, fellow Canadians.
Hello. Come back to us.
No.
I wish I could if you guys didn't become so damn expensive.
Help me.
I'm stuck down here
Hey.
with the Americans and their health care.
What healthcare?
Come back. We have healthcare.
I know. I'd have to come back for at least 6 months for my healthcare to kick back in. So
I have an extra room. Anywho.
Anyway, what'd you roll, Cass?
This is perception, right?
Uh-huh.
Nat 20s for a 23.
Nice.
I
Oh,
see
yeah.
all today.
And Zon sees nothing.
Cass,
struggles.
I'm going to give it to you because you're old the nat 20. As you're moving through the snow, you feel like something is following you, following the group, watching the group. And as you're taking just like, a brief moment to stop moving, you see just over a small snowbank, you see these two long ears, furry ears, just sticking up over a snowbank.
Am I relatively front-ish in the group or not really?
You tell me. I mean, I would imagine that Zon is the one that's been leading the group since she was the last one to do a survival roll. But wherever you stand, whether it's by her side or with the rest of the group, that's up to you.
Well, I'll go place myself close to her and I'm gonna
Okay.
like hand gesture at everyone without speaking and like point towards the ears that I see in the snowbank.
Zon will slow her walk to eventually a stop and kind of look over like, is that? Pulls out her sword.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Lunch? Lunchtime?
I really don't know what that is.
Pulls out a javelin because she realizes she probably can't, chase after it.
Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Hey, the tarot card said she was going all out tonight.
No, that's fine.
Kill everything.
Doc was just trying to like compare it to animals he knows of, and then odds are it's probably not an animal he knows anyways. So he's just doing this for his own sake.
It's coming right for us. Get
Yeah, it's a killer bunny.
The ears just kind of twitching a little bit, as you're whisper discussing or not whispering.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whisper. Yeah, whisper.
Okay, that's good to know. I should have clarified with that first. And Marissa, are you doing anything amidst this, or are you just watching?
I'd probably be like,
Okay, I got you.
like, all right. I guess if you want to eat that.
I mean, do you
All right.
eat those creatures? Because if you don't, then I'm not going to. But like,
The ears is probably hard to tell exactly what it is, right?
Oh, no, they are rabbit ears.
Okay, they are rabbit ears.
Yeah. Two long, fluffy ears.
Oh.
You've definitely seen a ranger bring back a rabbit or two in your time in Greystand. So it's a thing.
Doc, knowing Zon and knowing that if she's given the okay permission to attack, she will. He is going to go up next to her and place his hand on her javelin and use his racial ability and cast magic weapon.
Wow. This poor
Jeez.
little bunny.
It's the only non-magic weapon we have right now, so I don't get to use this anymore.
It's a good spell.
It is, and the best part is I don't have to concentrate on it because it's the racial
Yeah.
ability.
Cassie's thinking of the cute little bunny, and she does mention, no, they're edible.
The second that comes out.
And I look away.
I guess this is happening. Zon is throwing the magic javelin.
Okay. Roll to throw the magic javelin.
Going to explode that poor little bunny.
It gives +1 to the roll and a damage roll as well.
Thank you. Oh no.
It's not 20 hit.
Very, very close. 27.
Oh,
Holy shit!
So that's a 19 for you, okay? Got it.
No, that's an 18.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
The bunny could see. It would be fainting already, I'm sure.
5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Zahn, you lock eyes and you don't know what this strange creature is, but they said you can eat it, so you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
And you just and you throw the javelin and you see it go into the snowbank, and you see a little spray of red, like the snow just turns red all of a sudden, and ow! Damn it! And the ears like slink down a little bit, but the javelin's still sticking out of the snow, and it's like wiggling around. Oh, I'm sorry.
She runs over, grabs the javelin gently, and looks over whatever snowbank there was.
There's this small-sized creature that looks basically like an anthropomorphic bunny, or just like a rabbit that he has clothes on. He has a little bow on his back, and he's just like holding on to the javelin. He's like,
Doc will come over and immediately help with this.
Hold on, let me just pull it out.
Doc would throw a cure wounds into him.
how dare you do this to the bunny? I'm talking to the DM, not to Zahn.
He heals 4 hit points as Doc comes over and throws a cure wounds into his wound.
I didn't know you were so violent.
I'm sorry.
Love
We're not from
surrenders.
this world. I don't know what you are.
In fact, Doc doesn't know what he is either.
Freaking rabbit.
What's a rabbit?
Rabbits don't talk. What are you?
No.
He winces when you go to heal him, Doc, but when he feels the not pain, oh, okay,
I'm a doctor.
That's so bad.
Yeah, here. And I know that he still has more damage. Technically, Doc will begin dressing the wound. Not wanting to waste another spell.
I'm so sorry. I thought you were dinner or lunch or whatever time it is for food. You would have been you would have been a really good snack, but you talk, so I can't.
Wow.
You would have been, but since you actually think, no.
Breathing the loss of the snack to the bunny that just got impaled.
I had a feeling that he was going to pull a hair gun on us. I was like, I was hoping.
He gets up onto his feet and he stands like maybe 2 feet tall. His ears go up another foot, and he's just like brushing his tunic off as best as he can. He's Donald Ducking it. He has like a light green tunic on, no pants, and he's got this little bow across his back. He even has a what the hell is it called?
A fanny pack.
No, a pocket, like a Robin Hood hat,
Okay.
on top of that, little red feather, and he's just like, I was just curious.
Well, curiosity got the cat killed, so
I'm a rabbit.
At least you're still alive?
Yeah, you're alive. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You're very good at hiding.
Not good enough.
Maybe pull your ears down next time.
Yeah.
And he brushes his hair back, pushing his ears down the process. But it's my best feature.
I'm not going to argue with that, actually.
Right. Okay. So, where do you come from? Why? Why are you following us?
I was curious. I come from Arcadia. I'm not from around here. I come around here a lot. I sneak out. And then eventually sneak back in. So
Wait, you're from Arcadia?
uh-huh.
We're kind of looking to get into Arcadia right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be kind of hard around here.
I mean, you could always show us the way.
Oh yeah. I can totally try. Right after I forget that I got impaled by a javelin.
You know,
He's got you there.
Yeah.
you're not wrong. Would it help if you stab me back?
he just I don't have to stab you, it's okay.
Okay. The offer's still there.
Where'd you people come from? I haven't seen anybody in these woods before.
Well, me and the one who stabbed you are not from this world to begin with.
Oh, that's okay.
That's why we're trying to get to Arcadia.
You're from Arcadia?
No, but Arcadia will have a method of getting us back to our homes. At least we think so.
It might be a little pricey, but someone might be able to help you.
I can pay for it.
Well, I didn't mean with money, like, you know.
I know. Fae don't do money, I know.
Right. Favors.
Favor.
He just looks at you, Cassidy. What? Anyway, I could be your guide for a favor.
Oh.
I don't know what yet, but we can figure it out along the way. Who are you? All of you.
I'm Cassidy. And what is the scale of this potential favor you'll be at? You gotta give us at least something to go by.
I don't know. Feed me lunch. Don't eat me. He looks at you, Zahn.
The giant 6'6" woman is towering over him.
Something like that.
How about she'll pull out a bunch of rations? Yes.
What is it?
Food.
From our world.
From our world. Exotic food.
Okay. I can work with that.
Yeah.
I like exotic food.
Perfect. Got.
Although Licinia does always tell me that exotic food. You know what? Lacinia's not here. Here, I'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She'll give him 10 rations.
Okay. Yeah. He takes it and he shoves it into his pocket somehow. Just puts it all in there. Just seems to perfectly disappear into this pocket.
Not familiar with this. We have one ourselves.
So they're not from around here, but where are you two from? And he points at Cassidy and Marissa.
The Iris Forest?
That's where we are right now.
The north side of the Iris Forest.
Oh. You're a northerner. I understand.
We're a what?
Northerner. You're from the north of the Iris Forest.
I guess so.
It's been a little iffy around here because the Ember Maiden's missing, so we can't. The gates are kind of unguarded, so that's why I said it's a little tough to get into places down here. I usually head east, where the spring court is mostly, because that's my court, but I got lost, so woo. Oh, and I am Geronimo.
Well,
He does a little bow.
Geronimo, I am the doctor.
Well met, Geronimo.
Good to meet you, Doc.
Can I hold out my hand for a tiny little rabbit handshake?
He you hold your hand out, and he takes a couple of steps closer. He's looking at it, and you see his nostrils kind of like quiver a little bit, like he's sniffing the air. He's like, "What's this?"
It's a handshake.
Ah.
You put your hand on mine and we shake. It's a greeting for people who just met.
Okay. And he smacks his hand into yours. It's just this little four-fingered fuzzy rabbit paw. He shakes your hand.
Cassidy's having a little possibly out of Cassidy moment, and she just kind of squeezes when he lets her hold his hand.
He goes,
Oh.
I get that a lot. So, Doc, Cassidy, large lady that just tried to eat me.
Fair.
What's... No, it's not. What's your name?
My name is Zahn. You can call me. It's just Zahn.
Okay. And what about you, Blue?
Rarissa.
You are very different, Rarissa.
So are you.
Yes. No, I've seen I've not seen a lot of you, of
Really?
your kind.
I thought tieflings were common here.
What's a tiefling?
Oh, is that what you call them?
I don't know, Lady Rarissa. What do they call you?
Well, just this was just recent information checking out a character, right? That we learned, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, just recently learned that my kind go by Damons.
Buck looks weird at you, puzzled, but you can't tell he's the mask, obviously. He's like, head kind of cocked to the side. That's
Like
odd.
a curious bird.
Oh yeah, I love doing that with my plate mask. It's hilarious. Creeps people
That
out.
is funny.
But no, not really common. My sister and I are the only two in our village.
Your sister, can you say it a little louder?
My sister and I are the only two in our village.
I think I've only ever seen like one of you before, and I don't even know where that was. So that was probably somewhere in Arcadia, to be honest.
We've seen a few in our world. Like I said, we call them tieflings. They're
Yes.
descended from devils,
Mhm.
bloodlines.
Mhm.
Huh.
One
Have-
gave me a. Go ahead.
Other blue ones, like
Blue, red, yellow.
I've seen a white one. She gave me a card and sucked me into a weird dimension and almost killed me. But
I try to forget about her, honestly.
yeah,
Sounds
me
like
too.
a nice lady. I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, I think we can tell. So we're going to Arcadia. So we're going to Arcadia.
I mean, yeah, eventually, as soon as we can find a doorway. Well, Dr. Cassidy, Rarissa, Zahn, I, Geronimo of the fantastically uproarious Chaos Kin, will be your guide. He does like this little, bow again. And he,
well, Well, we were heading to Bernasnog while looking for a way to get into Arcadia.
I don't know what that is.
South.
Okay.
Yep.
So, you want to try and keep going south, and he points like 2 different directions.
Points a third.
Okay. And try and find a doorway.
Possibly.
I mean,
Well,
No, it seems like a lot.
It's the most efficient thing to do.
we can certainly try.
Given what I've been told about these doorways, they're rather random when they appear.
Yeah, you kind of have to just not look for them at all. And then they'll kind of sneak up on you like a trap.
Oh my.
I don't like traps. Not a fan.
Yeah,
Last trap we fell in turned me to stone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to carry him up off the edge of a cliff over the open air and not drop him and yoink him back up.
How long has it been at this point since the markings on Zahn and Duck were checked, by the way?
well, it's been about half a day. So.
To have a day.
Are you going to check them now? They have progressed. They've progressed a good deal, actually.
Uh-oh.
Still maintaining this curling course, coiling up your arm. So,
Ask our new
that-
faith friend.
Oh, yeah.
Geronimo,
Have
have you
you?
ever seen markings
Me?
like these?
looks like a tattoo or something.
I didn't ask for it.
And it's growing.
Oh, is it a worm? I've heard of worms that get under your skin.
God.
And
Oh, luckily it's not. I checked already. It's not a tapeworm.
Good. Cool.
oh, tapeworm.
No,
Ugh, that makes
that's
it worse.
Yeah, they can get
Mm.
as long as Zahn is tall.
He still looks up
Flip.
at on. His ears just kind of sag, like, oh god.
Ugh. Let's not think about that. And why don't we find that portal so we can not think about finding the portal?
Okay.
Well, we're on the right track thinking about your tattoos by looking for the
You
portal
know?
and not looking for the portal.
That is true. Oh no. Am I doing
That's
this?
first thing you said that makes sense so far. He just-
It's
Okay.
like in our peripheral.
Yeah.
Mhm. And he just starts to travel. He starts to go in one of the directions he pointed to, gets about 5 steps and then stops, and then turns around and starts walking in the direction Zahn pointed. As you're making your way, he's a very, very chatty individual. He says, so why do you want to go to Arcadia?
There's a lot of reasons we want to go to Arcadia, but the most important one right now is seeing about, well, getting these two back to their world and getting the two that were taken in their place back to our world.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds
And-
very confusing.
Yeah, they kind of swapped places. They're
And-
not from here at all.
No.
Yeah, but
Didn't
we're from.
you two say you had curses on you as well?
Oh,
Yeah, so do the two that are missing.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny. We call ourselves the Cursed Crew.
That's our group name
We're all cursed as well.
in some aspect.
So we fit right in.
Exactly.
Looks
Just like we never left.
Mm-hmm.
just so we're clear, I am not a part of this group. I do not wish to be cursed. I am very small and very fragile.
That's very fair.
Yeah, that was a lot of blood.
Oh, yes.
You're lucky I treated multiple species of people.
I think I need a cookie or something to get back the blood I lost.
Oh, hold on.
Actually,
I got something. I have something for this. She probably has a candied apple in her backpack
Yeah,
because she all the sweets. She is a sweet fiend.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She
Pulls out a
bought an
candy
entire-
apple.
She bought an entire cart.
He looks at it. He's kind of like sniffing at the airs. He looks at it, he reaches out and takes it. And he just he gets his buck teeth just like stuck right in it. And he just like shakes for a second until finally it just pops off.
Sweet
I
and
thought you were
healthy.
trying to trap me for a second there.
Oh no, I would use my own trap for that.
Just
Maybe try not to scare our new friend here too much.
Okay. Pulls out the creepy instrument. No.
I mean, I can pull out his syringe.
Oh, God.
No, we're not trying to scare him.
He said he needed more blood.
He just, he's eating away at this candy apple. And he goes, there's people where I come from that lure children and unsuspecting bystanders into their home with sweets.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and he just keeps eating.
Well, for you, our home is too far away.
That's a good point.
They'd probably also lure me in too, so.
And that's why you have me to keep you safe.
So you're all cursed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, Doc gestures to the dagger he has. This is my curse.
It looks like a weapon.
It is. Luckily, it's not active right now. Technically, I'm not cursed, but I still feel the connection to it.
Huh.
Yeah, you don't want to die from this thing. It will turn you into a corpse that stands up on its own and attacks everybody.
Oh, I've seen enough of that. I don't need that. Thank you. The Winter Court brings lots of people back to life.
They do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but they're like...
during my travels, I've actually learned a few ways to prevent it, actually.
Huh. Well, I'm not going anywhere near the Winter Court, so... But that's good to know that there's things out there. It's kind of gross because they bring the people back and they're still, like, in their own heads. It's like, oh gosh, why am I alive? Oh, where's my stomach? It's crazy.
Oh,
Yes,
ew. No.
Terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I've seen it firsthand.
And
Yeah.
As a disclaimer of safety, how did we all get cursed? What do I need to know for my own sake?
Oh, I cursed myself willingly by grabbing this dagger.
Okay, that's weird.
The ghost is possessing me and slowly taking away my quarry and my spirit and slowly draining my life away.
That's depressing. What about the rest of you?
As long as you don't kill something that you shouldn't and burn its head, I think you'll be fine.
Make me roll dice now. Oh shit! You killed a hag! I don't even know what else to say.
Aka's kind of looks at the two of them at this point, like, you didn't say mention this.
So No, go ahead. Zon has no thoughts.
Okay.
Head empty. Confusion. Zon.
So why do you want to go to our? So the curse is related to going to Arcadia?
Well, we kind of suspect that's where the one who cursed us is. Don't exactly have proof, but that's what we suspect.
I mean, that could be a lot of people. There's quite a few out there. I mean, oh damn it! Where the fuck is this document? There it is. I mean, there's Black Olga. There's Sweet Maria. There's a lot. There's a bunch of them out there. That's like where they come from, unless they decide to move out and come up here to where you people are down here. I don't really know what direction it's in. Like, you're kind of looking for a needle in a haystack, I think, unless you know who you're looking for. You are really quiet right now.
Wow.
Well then.
I love that. So good. Just eat Spike. It's fine.
I mean, how else are you supposed to get something to behave?
Mm-hmm. Not wrong.
Good Lord.
Anywho.
Way to represent the gender, ladies.
I didn't fit it in my mouth. I just bit it.
Well, that's it, folks.
You should be like, well, we do know who we're looking for. You said you're from the Spring Court?
Yeah.
Can I insight check him on the yeah?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. See if he's like, as he mentioned, knowing the Winter Court. Well, I got a 9.
I mean, you feel like he's telling the truth. Yeah. Spring Court. What? Wait, what was the question?
Just asking what court you were definitely from.
Oh, I'm from the Spring Court.
Yeah.
Yes, Lady Titania is my leader. The fantastically uproarious chaos can pledge their allegiance to Titania, as well as to what's that other guy's name? Barbanos. That's the one. He's not my leader, you know.
Carissa would kind of look at Cassidy and be like, well, we're looking for someone named Grandma Peggy.
Ugh.
Cassidy shirks as she says it.
His fur visibly like ruffles as soon as you say Peggy. That's quite the predicament. I don't have words for that. I'm sorry. I think those are my words. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Is she that bad?
Uh-huh.
The one that cursed us.
Oh. Well. I hope you're ready to pay a price.
Yeah.
I saw her eat one of my brothers once alive. She's she's pretty bad. I have a lot of siblings, so I didn't really know Bobby too well, rest his soul. But the point is, she's pretty bad. She's very powerful. People, yeah, yep. She's gonna want. I don't know what your angle is, but she's gonna want something pretty major in return for whatever you want. I'm assuming it's get rid of the curses.
Is there a different way to get rid of this curse, perhaps?
Oh, I'm no, professional when it comes to magic, let alone the winter court. I'm just a nosy bunny, so I learn a lot of things.
There are incantations and spells you can use to remove a curse, but each curse is unique. So depending on the curse, the casting of a removing curse spell might not quite do the trick in of itself. Might need some extra assistance.
What would the extra assistance be? Because I have tried such a spell.
It can be a multitude of things. For Zahn, for example, we're going to be doing a ritual dance for people to invoke her spirit, to make it stronger, so that we can push the curse away.
And I think the herbs that I got have something to do with that. So, oh yeah, can we look for some of those along the way while we're walking?
Yes.
We can say that you've been keeping an eye out as you go, and we can just do a couple of nature rolls.
Awesome.
Cool.
Just let me know you need those, and I'll give you them.
Okay, we'll probably do them soon.
Okay.
And we can say something that we did in the background.
Good.
But anyway, so you're talking about curses and unique, and etc.
Yes. Well, it's no longer. Our friend Eva actually is technically no longer cursed, but her daughter still is. But Eva was a vampire. Do you know what that is? Do you know what a vampire is?
Nope.
All right. Think undead individuals who live for thousands of years, and when they bite you, they turn you into servants.
And they drink your blood.
Ex-girlfriend.
Well, well, not all vampires drink blood. Actually, the version, the one that Eva was marked by, is eats memories and dreams.
Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Yes, he's quite a dick. I've met him.
Eh.
I mean, I'm sure there's something that we could do to talk to.
Each curse is unique. Actually, I have a question. When I cast Detect Magic, did I see a curse on Cassie and Arista?
So yes, you would have seen what basically looks like floating over. They were sleeping when you cast that, I believe.
They were. No. This before the watches happened. When I did that.
Oh right, yeah. It would have been over their head. Basically, looks like this multi-layered, gyroscopic, erratic looking orb, like with just different facets constantly turning with no determinate pattern, and the parts that are turning have this weird runic what languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Nosh.
Wow, that's a healthy amount of languages. All right, well, you wouldn't recognize it then, the language of these layers essentially, but it definitely, to look at it is to, you would think like, well, that's chaos. Like, no question, this is Fae at work. Like,
Yeah.
And now that you know that a hag is involved, it just makes even more sense. But whatever is keeping it together is extremely complex.
Well, having seen your curses yesterday, I didn't want to say anything. Mostly because I was trying to. It's unusual. Um, Weird to see it represented in that way, I should say. It, being Fey in origin for sure would mean it could be a multitude of extra steps. This could be anything from a simple dance to ritual sacrifice, not physical sacrifice, maybe metaphorical, even, or possibly even as simple as you need to be at the right place at the right time during a
full
eclipse,
moon.
a full moon eclipse, or winter. I believe the words are winter solstice.
Solstice?
Yeah, that's it.
We have a solstice coming in Arcadia soon.
Well,
Maybe we should talk to Grandma Peggy and see what the price is. And go from there.
Well, I hope you got deep pockets.
I mean, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I have lots of things.
I am very nervous to request this information from Grandma Peggy herself.
actually,
I mean-
on that, the doc will begin writing another note. And the same thing before, a little green emerald pen. The no ink needed. He just starts writing.
I
I'd rather
mean-
stab her heart out than ask her for a favor at this point with what she's done.
Yeah. I mean, we could always try and catch her by surprise and be like, ooh, 2 new people asking for a favor, and then see what it would cost. And then if it, doesn't work out, slice her head off.
But it
then
was slicing a
wouldn't-
hag's head off that caused this to happen to us.
From my understanding, when it comes to stuff like hags and their curses, it's not a guarantee.
No, but it's a start.
As you're walking and talking, can someone give me a survival roll for the travel taking place? And also, if one of you wants to do your nature, do
Yeah.
3 nature rolls for me.
I will do that.
I'll
I
do
can take the
survival.
survival.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Rissa.
16.
Okay, all right. And then Zahn, when you're ready with oh, is that what that is? Is that what I hear? Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
20, 22, and a 9.
Okay. Well, so you started the day keeping an eye out, and
Yeah.
you were able to find a decent amount of additional herbs to the ones that you've already been given. I will say that you, you have enough here to. So basically, you got 2 more uses of what, in addition to what Whisper gave you. Rolling over a 20. But we'll say by that 3rd roll there, that 9, there was so much snow coverage that it was like,
Yeah.
I can't really find this stuff now. So, excellent
Okay.
rolls.
Thank you.
And what did you said your role was, Rarissa? I apologize. Did you say
16.
okay, that is what you said.
Double-checking.
You're making good
Yeah.
travel as you go through throughout the day. And eventually, once again, the sun is headed towards that horizon. And Geronimo says,
All right, well, I've been in these woods enough that I know not to go wandering around at night, so I'm going to say we're camping now.
I would agree.
I don't want to get eaten.
Okay, Geronimo.
I will promise not to eat you in my sleep.
That's concerning that you had to say that.
I will hold
I'm
on there,
joking.
don't worry.
He can try to.
Would you resist is the question.
No.
Let's see here. Let me double check something. Where is it?
Cassidy's gonna throw it out there, though. Any special suggestions for shelter there, Geronimo?
Well, I gotta be honest. I usually just like hide under a bush or something. I'm kind of small enough for that. And if that's not the case, then I usually have Carlisle make us a little tiny hut, but obviously there's no Mr. Carlisle here right now. I'll start looking for some shelter, I guess. If it's a maybe,
Yeah.
sometimes there's caves around here. Just don't
Doc-
pick a deep one.
Doc will assist in looking for shelter.
Yeah.
So him and one other person, you can either both roll survival or one of you roll with advantage.
Well, I don't know his modifier, so I kind of want to roll for my own at least. Given that his sense of direction has been pretty iffy, I don't really know if I should trust this roll.
Mine's not that great either.
I mean, I can do it.
I just have a +3 to mine, so.
Sure. I mean, mine's not that much better, but I will do advantage.
Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. One was a natural 1.
Bonk, bonk.
The other was a 13 for 17.
Okay, 17's good. You start to spread out a little bit looking for something, and eventually you do find, much as to what he referred to, there is a cave. And he kind of goes ahead a little bit, and he goes.
Sometimes there are dragons in these things.
Yeah.
Okay. No worries. So, chat, just in case you missed anything there, they started looking for shelter. They have found a cave. Geronimo has inspected the cave and has just stated, we're just not going to go too deep in because sometimes there's dragons in these things.
I don't know what his name is, but there's this particularly green dragon who's a real asshole. So we're just going to,
We know some Dragonborn actually, where we're from. The moss scales, those are also green scale Dragonborns.
Wow. Are
Lovely.
they assholes too?
No, they're actually very nice.
That's good.
Quite welcoming to us, actually.
Yes. Drakics, on the other hand,
Well, honestly, I'm
he's
not
an ass, but he doesn't give me money for sweets.
Right.
So, anywho, okay.
Let's make camp.
Yes.
Yes. Doc actually is going to not rip out, but he's going to bring out a couple pieces of paper that he's been writing on as they've been walking with a pen and hand them to Marissa and tell her, these are my notes on curses that I've gotten so far in my own research, and as well as my own ideas and inputs on your curses. I think Tim will find these quite insightful.
Thank you. given to me
You're-
to him.
You're too quiet.
You're really quiet, Luna.
Not again.
Thank you. I'll make sure to give him everything you're giving me.
Gotta figure out the angle. Maybe it's the microphone angle. I don't know.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Nice.
Just talk like this for the rest of the night.
Okay, so Geronimo is starting to like gather like branches with lots of leaves on them and stuff. Like he's making like this little bed out of fallen foliage.
Oh.
You guys want me to get some of this for you? It's really comfortable, or it can be sometimes.
I'm good.
Okay.
Pulls out bedroll.
That would be a lot of branches. No offense. You're gigantic.
I am. My brother's taller.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up, at least.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll just set out in the morning, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna.
He looks at where you are, Zahn, and he's like,
I'm gonna go to the opposite end of this cave. No eating in our sleep.
Yeah.
push the pile over.
Doc will look to Cassie and Marissa. I'll take second what you get.
All right.
Go ahead, please.
I can take first or join Doc on second if you two want to sleep. I apparently slept through everything last night, so.
Cassidy and Marissa, the two of you give me perception roll, please.
Perception.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just waiting for you to tell me what the rolls were, and then I realized I asked for them. Cass, what did you get?
6.
Oh, okay. Continue existing.
shall.
Marissa, what did you get?
My dice seem to favor the same number. I got a 16.
Okay, 16's good. 6, not so much. Cass,
Yeah.
you're doing great, sweetie. Marissa, while you're having this discussion, the group of you are having this discussion, you've noticed that on Zahn, the coil that's going up her arm is starting to go up her neck.
She's
Not-
just getting stuff ready.
Not to make you panic, but
Hmm. Is there a
that
spider?
coil has gone to your neck.
I
Initiate panic sequence.
runs out of the cave.
Oh no.
No, she's like, okay, I'm not gonna panic. I would have a voice in my head telling me not to panic. Okay, there's nothing I can do, right? We don't know what's gonna happen. It's just here. If you hear random noises or you see me struggling to breathe in the middle of the night, this tattoo is trying to suffocate us. Who knows?
Or we disappear and Tim and Marina are back.
Or that.
Well, Cassidy, why don't you take the first watch with Zahn and then I'll take the second watch with Doc. That way we have one of each of us on watch.
That's really smart. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
I can take first watch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You and I will do first, and then
Yeah.
Rissa and Doc will do.
As you're continuing to have this conversation, you see on Doc. Well, Doc's fully covered, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Zahn, you're noticing like it is moving quicker, and it's starting to branch out and go across her cheek. Can both Doc and Zahn give me wisdom saving throws, please?
Yep.
No. I don't like this.
That was almost really good.
Okay. What do you got, Zahn?
5.
Okay, and Doc has a 9. You are noticing this quick advancement on Zahn. You can't see Doc because he's fully covered, but you just notice as it's
Even if I wasn't,
branched,
it was blended with the cloak anyways.
yeah. The coil has branched out and is spreading across her face, and before you can approach them to warn them of what is happening, they both collapse to the ground. Zahn, Doc, you don't feel anything, but your vision starts to blur and you get this high-pitched ringing in your ear, like tinnitus or something.
God.
And then everything goes black. And there's a brief moment and you regain your vision and you're in this space covered in fog, just no discernible details around you, and the silhouette of this humanoid figure not too far away, is standing there, and you hear, "Well, that was fun, Very interesting results indeed, but now it is time to come home, I am afraid." And he mutters something under his breath.
Are we allowed to talk?
It happens very quick.
Okay. I was just doing a passing comment is all.
I understand.
Yeah.
He starts to move his hands, and you just hear a snap, and you both feel this jerk, and you start to hurtle in the direction of the silhouette, and we end session there. And that is it.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for coming out and watching us tonight. Nutmeg, Rot, thank you so much for
Thank
doing
you.
this with us. It's been so much fun having
Oh,
you.
It
yeah.
has been.
It's been great.
Yeah.
I really hope we get to do it again, and hopefully next time, Cassie and Marissa, you could come to our world.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having us. It's been a blast.
Thanks for coming along.
Absolutely.
For a first time
To our
doing this
little
sort of thing.
village.
For the first time doing something like this, it's been a great experience. So I really appreciate both of you and everybody you got over there. So I can't wait to see what kind of stuff they go through tomorrow over on your side. And what time is that again, so everybody knows?
That will be 6 p.m. CST, 7 p.m. EST.
Right, and that's over at twitch.tv/PlayerHaterGaming, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, I did say it right. Good.
It's also dual streamed on the YouTube PlayerHaterGaming as well.
Yep.
Awesome. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Meg. I appreciate you posting the link for everybody. So, yes, again, everyone, thank you for coming out. Meg, Rot, thank you so much for playing with us. This was great.
Yes.
It was great.
We will see you all next Tuesday as the adventure continues, or we'll see you tomorrow because we'll be hanging out in chat.
Awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Nay.
Bye.
Mwah.
Sora, take us away.